Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John. In this video, I want to share with you guys two new collector guides for the Super Nintendo that came out recently. They came out around the same time. This one to my right, to your left, is by Jeffrey Wittenhagen. It's a good friend of mine. I actually contributed to this book among other people in the YouTube gaming community, which is awesome. He's done a bunch of these. He's done one for the NES. He's done one for the homebrew games. He keeps pumping these out. To my left, to your right, this one is by Brett Weiss. Good friend of mine. We have a panel at Portland Retro Gaming Expo coming up in October, which I'll be at. Our panel will be at noon on Sunday. So if you're going to be at Portland Retro Gaming Expo, come to our panel. I'll be talking about collector vision games. He'll be talking about what he's working on, et cetera, so forth. It's going to be amazing. So if you guys are in Portland for that expo, check it out. And what this is the Super Nintendo Omnibus. And this is the Super Nintendo and its games. This is Volume 1, A through M. I also contributed to this one, although this particular one I did not. The games I did later are not covered in this particular book. That will be N through Z, which is going to come out as well. I love the fact, first and foremost, that these books are coming out. I love I think of digital. I think of gaming's going digital. Music's obviously digital. Books are going digital. I love the fact that not only are these out, but both are hardcover. They do offer a softcover. I know Jeff does. Pretty sure Brett will as well. And I think it's cool. I think it's a cool addition to Game Room. I love scrolling through these. I love reading people's different perspective. Also, before I move on to these, a shout out to my good friend Oscar Toledo, who recently released the programming games for the Intellivision book. He's a really talented programmer for the Intellivision, among other consoles, classic consoles. So if you are an Intellivision fan and you want to kind of know how to program for the Intellivision, this is a really cool and unique guide for it. I'll put a link below for those who are interested in picking up. Very easy read. I mean, it's all laid out right there, and it's cool. I think Intellivision is definitely one of my favorite consoles, retro consoles. A lot of good homebrew games for it. And maybe you can become a homebrewer for it too with this guide. So shout out to Oscar. Good job with that. I'm going to open these up, show you kind of what's inside these guides. Just love the artwork. Love how they're both laid out. Let me know what you guys think, and let's take a closer look. First one I'm going to show you is by Jeffrey, and this is a complete Super Nintendo collector's guide. Here's a front, really cool artwork. Fan of the art up front, and on the back, information about the book. Both these books actually weigh a ton. I mean, this is probably like 10 pounds, maybe not that much. I don't know. It's like 5 pounds. It's pretty crazy, pretty heavy. Open it up. All of Jeffrey books really focus on the art, which is great. Super Nintendo, so many good games for it. I'm curious, what are your guys' favorite games for the Super Nintendo? Introduction, console review, collectors and accessories, NTS game release, unique PAL releases, so it covers both regions. Super Famicom, of course, Grail's unreleased games, homebrew games, backer reviews. Okay? So you can kind of see, it's all obviously alphabetical. You have the box art up top, you have a screenshot, you have a cart box man, you can check what you have, as well as like a paragraph or two about the overview of the game itself. Some of the games I've never played before. I haven't played all the games in the Super Nintendo library, but a ton of different pages, all colored. Of course, you get the NBA games. Scrolling through two Wheel of Fortune games, which is crazy. Those two different ones came out, and these are Super Famicom, of course, different box style. Obviously, to go through research and get the screenshots and the box art, it takes a lot of time, no doubt. Talks about the Super System, which was the arcade that came out. I remember playing that in the arcade, classic. Talks about the kiosk. I really want one of these kiosks really bad. I think they're really cool. I would love one someday, maybe. Is my dream. What games are these? These are games that are unreleased games, possibly. Oh yes, unreleased games that never came out. Congo. Some of these ROMs have been released, leaked. I have played Congo for Super Nintendo. Quite a few games that never came out, though. Pretty interesting. And it talks about, homebrew games as well. There aren't that many homebrew games for the Super Nintendo compared to the NES, just because it's a lot more difficult to program for. I think my game should be in here somewhere. City Hunter. Maybe not. Maybe it is at the end. I don't know. Justice Beaver is a game we were working on. Still working on. It's taking a little longer than we'd like, but coming along nicely. Appreciate Jeff including these games. There it is, City Hunter. That is out now. I'll put a link below for Collector's Games if you're curious to pick that up. Did a video on that a while ago. Tiny Night, the game also working on. It's been shelved. It's been changed titles. It's going to come out for modern platforms now. But cool. I mean, you know, flashcards, power pack, things like that. So these are the Kickstarter reviews, backers, people who support it, information about people who contribute it. All really cool guys in the community. John Riggs, I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Sergio, amazing musician, fantastic guy. This guy right here, handsome stud right there. Anyway, very cool book. Wood, good friend of mine, awesome. And let's check out the Super Nintendo Omnibus. Okay, here's a closer look at the Super Nintendo Omnibus. And I don't know, for some reason, Omnibus is a word that I have a hard time saying. Omnibus, I didn't even know what that means, I'll be honest with you, but it sounds really cool. So, cool book by Brett. Assuming it means guide. And give me a little bookmark, appreciate that. This one, you know, definitely more detailed than the previous one in the sense that, you know, different, notable quotables, insider, insight, publisher, developer, game type, year it was released. Each game is dedicated to a page, opposed to the other one has, you know, three games or so to a page. So this one's a little bit more in depth, although to collect the whole collection you need both books. This is only volume 1. Part 2 will come out as well. He's working on that. But, you know, screenshots. And a lot of people will say, well, why would you need this if you can get this online, information online anyway? Well, again, it kind of goes back to just being old school, to having a physical thing you can rely on. I think it's a cool thing to add. At my game room, I have a shelf of these guides. Beavis and Butthead, it's classic. So this one, I believe, only focuses on NTSC releases, so it doesn't focus on PAL, doesn't focus on Super Famicom, only focus on North American releases. So keep that in mind, just kind of scrolling through it fairly quickly. But really high quality. Both are published really high quality. Congratulations to Brett. He's done other books as well, other guides. Miracle Piano, that's actually a picture I took of my Miracle Piano. He wanted a picture, I took that for him. And a little bibliography about him and website notes. So anyway, definitely recommend both books. Actually, all 3 books I mentioned in the video, definitely recommend. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for subscribing. That means a lot. Thank you for liking this video. See you guys soon. Take care and game on.